Okay. Today we are going to see a new concept called plugins. It is a connecting dot before in the dependencies, so which we have seen already. Uh, Now the plugins. So as we have seen here, dependencies, inside the dependencies we have a list of different dependency, right? And this
Yes.
dependency is available in the particular Maven dependencies here, right?
Yes.
Correct. So if you see in the test ng, I'm saying the test ng, I have the test ng here, and whatever the version I mentioned, and then it is with the version number. Okay,
Yes.
right. Now coming to the point, the plugin. Okay, this one, what is the purpose of this dependency? Indira.
It's nothing but automate the process.
Automate the process. I
Yeah.
mean, what is the purpose of this dependency?
Controlling the execution. Because this is
Controlling.
a test ng dependency. This is a test ng we used for controlling the execution.
What do you mean by controlling the execution?
Which method we have to execute first.
Okay,
Based
for
on
example, in your case, what you are saying, like, which method will execute first and which method will execute last. That will be the point.
yes, yes.
Okay, for example, I have TestNG, I have Selenium, and I have some other uh, some other X and Y dependency. Now tell me, what is the execution order? What do you think about it?
In the program, I am saying this test ng.
In the program means?
When we write any program, like we, we develop any addition program in the different
Okay.
addition class, we have different methods. Which method we want to execute first, based on annotations uh, we declare.
I mean, what is that? I did not understand. Let me see that. Will, for example, okay. Now tell me, what do you mean by that?
Any method, give any method, public
Any
void.
method?
Yes,
Okay.
public void and
Okay.
and give another method. Give the annotations which method we want to execute first.
Means what I
Annotation
say?
at the rate of test, at the rate of before test.
At the rate of before test.
Yeah.
What
Second
does this
one,
mean?
this is the annotation in test
Okay.
engine.
But did we discuss about any annotation?
No, but in Maven dependencies, there is the dependency of testing, right?
Okay. Okay. For example, leave about this. You have thinking like I have a test ng.
Okay.
I'll add the Selenium. Okay. Now I'll show you here. I have all the Selenium. Okay. Now tell me, Indra. Leave about the test engine. Now tell me what is the use of the dependency which I have added in the form direction.
Selenium Java, you added the dependency.
Yes, this is what I have added.
Yeah, is used for automate the browsers.
Automate the browsers. Okay. what will happen? I mean, it is automate the browser. That's okay. What will happen in your project? What is happen now? What you are gonna do with this?
It automatically downloads
It
whatever
automatically downloads what?
versions of Selenium Java.
Versions of Selenium Java means like it will download the multiple versions.
When we add any dependency here, Maven dependency, it automatically builds.
Yeah, it will automatically Maven dependency. That is what I'm asking. What is that Maven dependency?
Central repository.
No, the point is like that's correct, Indra. Maven repository is a centralized location where
Yes.
everything is available. Now the point here is I have added a dependency. Now what will happen in my project and what is the use of this dependency? This is my straightforward question. I'm not doing any tweaks and Greeks here. I'm directly asking you what is the use of this dependency and what will happen in my project by adding this 4 or 5 lines.
Without we are adding manually, we are adding through dependency. It is automatically installed.
Manually, what did you mean by manually adding?
We download that version and we install and extract the files.
What did you download here?
Yeah, Selenium Java.
That's fine. What will happen in your project? What did you get it here? In your project, did you get something here?
Yes, Selenium Java.
Means in which format it is getting?
Jar files.
That is what I'm trying to ask you. It is very clear, Indra. You understand the question, but you are confusing a little bit. But the point is like when you add a dependency, what will happen in your project? You will get all the jar files off from the centralized location. That is Maven repository.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, once adding the jar file, what will happen in your project? What you're gonna do with that? Once you added the dependency, that means like you got the jars in your project. Now, what are you gonna do with that?
Suppose it is testing, it automates the process. It is Chrome drivers.
Okay, leave about the TestNG, Indra. Leave about the
All
TestNG.
the in Java,
Okay,
all the classes and.
For example, I'll add it one more thing. So, okay. For example, I say, okay, now tell me what will happen.
It added all the JUnit.
Okay, so now what you're gonna do with this?
We're using these programs inside these jar files, classes and methods, packages.
Yes, inside this jar files, what is there?
Packages.
All the different packages would be available. What you're gonna do with that then?
We're using them.
We can able to refer those packages in your project.
Yes.
Okay, why do I need to do that? What is the purpose? I mean, what is the use of it?
It automatically access this packages when we add.
Automatically access the packages, that's correct. But what is the, okay, for example, you can able to access the package. But what is the major advantage you are getting by adding this dependency?
If the version is changed.
There is some advantage it has to get it right.
Yes, yes. If the version is changed, we edit only version, automatically download, automatically builds in Maven dependency. Instead of we manually.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I mean, you are a little bit confused. Let's see, like how about others are clarity about it. Monica.
Okay, sir.
So,
Monica.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now the same question, Monica. What will happen when you add the dependency here?
So when we add the dependency in the pom.xml file,
Uh-huh.
whatever dependency we are adding, the dependency jar files will get downloaded and will be stored in the Maven dependency. So when we want to execute a program using this dependencies, we will be at least different versions of it. We can be able to access them all simultaneously because the help of this dependency.
I mean, sorry, Monica, your voice is breaking a lot to me. I did not hear it properly. Can you please come again?
Yes, now is my voice clear?
Now it is good, Monica. Now it is good.
Yeah, yes, sir. Sir, when we actually use or when we add a dependency to the Maven dependency or the pom.xml file, we will be able to use different versions of that particular dependency. I mean, as in when we create a program or a project, we'll be able to, with the help of this, we will be able to perform actions, and we can simultaneously use different versions of that particular dependency.
Okay, simultaneously we can use a different version. Means what is the simultaneously you can able to use? What is you're gonna be used from this?
So, for example, if I take any particular dependency and I've created a project using its version of 3.8.2, this is just example, sir. And later I have to create another project, or I'm creating another project. For that, the same dependency I can use version of 4.0 or 4.1. But the previous project will not get affected because there'll still be that version's dependency here.
Yeah, that's correct, Monica. But the
Yes.
point is like, what are you gonna do with this dependency in your project?
We can make use of the commands of it because jar files are already stored. Maven can understand what we're doing even with the new.
Okay, now for example, Monica, see,
Yes.
once I have added this dependency here, I got it some jar files in the Maven dependencies, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, with these jar files, what you are gonna to do in your project? That is what my basic question.
Sir, example here, Selenium Java is installed. When I create a project, I'll be able to use all the Selenium commands or its commands and statements and the.
What do you mean by commands here, Monica? Selenium command means?
For example, sorry, for Eclipse can understand if we type system.out.println because it has it already. But it doesn't have anything related to Selenium already installed. Only when we install this dependency, it will be able to download the jar files and have them all stored.
Okay, so that is means like you're talking about this commands, right, Monica?
Yes, sir, I think so because it has them, it is able to understand what it should do with those commands.
Are you sure can we able to call this one as a commands?
Not commands, and method. Sorry.
Okay.
Method.
Okay, guys. Okay, we'll see one more person. Okay, Polamita.
Yes.
What do you mean by what is sorry, what are you gonna do if you add a dependency in the pom.xml?
What is the use of it?
Yes.
Okay, the dependency means while I'm adding the dependency, that means I'm adding the jar files in it, and the jar files are are containing packages that contain methods and everything. So as soon as I enter or add a dependency in it, I will be able to access all the methods in it.
All the methods in it? Only the methods?
Methods and packages, everything that is inside of it. For say,
What
if I
would be?
have a Selenium, then I will be able to access the methods that are written inside the jar files of the Selenium.
Only the methods are you? I mean, what do you mean by methods you are going to be access here? I did not understand how you are going
Methods
to be
and
accessing
class and everything. I mean everything.
methods. So you are going to be access the classes of the
Yes.
particular
Yes.
jar.
Yes. The
Okay.
packages will consist of classes, so everything will be accessible.
See, guys, I mean, either Indra, either Monica, either Polimita, or anyone. So, I mean, you understand the concept, how it is going to be worked and how it is going to be used. But the way of representation, it is really, really needed. Okay. So that is why I was asking you very much cross question, because while you're giving an answer, you are leaving a question. Okay. So you are leaving as a commands. That's not a command. You have to be clearly say that it will be available this one. That's it. So we clearly understand also in the last classes. For example, if I open the Selenium Chromium driver, if you open, this is the package and this has a list of classes. In the list of classes, if you open, you have the list of methods. So what is the use of this dependency means someone has written some code where I can able to use those features. Means how we are going to be use those features through accessing those classes and their methods. So I don't need to write from the zero. Someone is already written. I just want to use it. That's it. That is what I'm going to do. Right? So whatever the Monica was saying, whatever the Indra was saying is perfectly correct. Means you people are little bit lack on the how you are going to be represent. See, here we are not going to do anything automated. So if you use this test ng, 100% you can use only the test ng things. What is that? Those are classes, right? Once you add a dependency, you got the jar. Once you create a jar, what is happening? You will get all the classes of the particular project so that you can able to use it. Either your annotations, either your system.out.println, anything. For example, if you see here, if you go this one, what is this? This is a class. This is a class. And okay, when you go here, what is this? This is a method. Okay. So all these things is you are talking about and you are playing with the classes and their methods. Okay. Now, this is already inbuilt package so that you can able to use. If I want to use the Selenium, then what should I have to do? Import. Then I need to import the package, whatever the things it is needed. So, for example, if you go here, so this is one of the package org.testng.asset, right? So you are getting this package and it is available in your whatever the class it is available, so that you can able to use all this stuff, whatever the run @test, everything you can able to do that. Get it?
Yes.
I mean, you are clear, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So don't leave a question while answering. This is really art. Okay. Understand, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't leave a question while you are answering. Okay.
Yes.
Now the point here is, so when you have a dependency, so you can able to get all the packages, classes from X project in your project, so that you can able to use those things and you can create and you want to do whatever you can able to perform with that. That is the major use of a dependency, where you no need to write it. Some X is written, just you need to use it. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so whatever the thing you people are telling about this advantages of the Maven and what is the versions, everything is correct. But the basic line, what gonna be happen with this dependency is it will give you the reference of those packages who created some X. Okay, so those packages references you can able to take it, means package references means you will get all the classes so that you can able to use those features of that. Either it is a annotations, either it is a running the Chrome drivers, whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now moving to the next topic called plugins. Now in the plugin, if you see here, plugins are very similar like dependency. So if you see here, plugin, you have the group ID, you have artifact ID, and you have the version. But you have a tag of plugin. But if you see here, you have a dependency tag and group ID, artifact ID, version. This will be some extra tags, leave about it. For example, if you see here, group ID, artifact ID, and version. So like that, we'll have a similar, I mean, I'm not saying as a same, as a similar structure where dependency gets. That means here also you are getting the some jar files, and here also getting the some jar files. Now we'll see here. If you say that, right, Moulali, you are saying it is getting the jar file. Now you have added this org.apache Maven plugin. You say like org.apache or something, and you say that I have this Maven jar plugin. So you have saying all these things, right? Where it is? I cannot able to see. I'm not able to see in this portion at all. Are you able to see anything? org.apache dot something, anything?
No.
So for example, I remove the selenium so that it will be easy for you, so that you will not have many more. Okay. Now if you see, you're not able to see any of it, right? It is pretty much only referring to the dependency. Then how we are gonna be get it, these packages, these jar files into my project. Okay, the major difference between the dependency and plugin is the storing place. Okay, this one, it will store in your project with the Maven dependency folder. But plugins will store in the local repository. Okay, now we'll see the where is the local repository. So this is what I said last time. So it will store in the local repository. Now we'll go. For example, you can go here, C drive, users, whatever the user you have the .m2 folder. So this is called local repository. All your plugins information is gonna be stored in your local repository. Get it? Okay. Now we'll see where it is available. So you can see here there is a hierarchy: org, Apache, Maven, and plugins. So there is a hierarchy. That means this is the same way you will have the folders in the local repository. Now we'll search for this: org, Apache, next Maven, and plugins. Now if you see, you will have all these things. For example, Maven site plugin. Maven site plugin. If you open, I have did multiple versions, and those jar files are available here. Okay, get it?
Yes.
Okay, like that, version wise, all the different jars are available. Depends on the structure, depends on the package structure which is provided in the group ID. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
So this is one of the major difference between the dependency and the plugin. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we'll understand what is a plugin, what it does, what is the use of it. Now these plugins, it is very much similar like a dependency, but the way of working, it is quite different. For example, what we do with the dependency, when we add a dependency, in our classes, we are going to be use those classes which is coming from the dependency and do whatever we want. Like for example, @test, and we can say like Selenium, Chrome drivers. All these things we are going to be does with the dependency, right? Because we are getting the reference of it. Correct.
Yes.
But in the plugins, it is directly provide you one action of it. Okay. So for example, if I use this Maven site plugin, you are not gonna be use the classes in your classes. That is not gonna be happen. You are gonna be use this one directly as a task. Okay. Now, if I say like, Maven site plugin, do this one, it will does. Maven jar plugin, this is some sort of a work, it will does. And Maven rar plugin, it will do some sort of work, it will does. Now, in general idea, if I say, for example, my son will play chess. So this is his habit. And my second son will watch TV. That is his habit. So if you ask him, what does your son does means first son does, he will say like, he is playing chess. And what is the second person does? He will watching the TV. This is what his their job. Okay.
Yes.
Correct. So we can say what is the work dedicated to him. Now, in the same way, we can little bit generalize. The goldsmith, what does his work? He will create all the jewels, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the software engineer, what he does? So he will write all the different types of code and create the softwares, right?
Yeah.
Like that, there is a designation work is being assigned to the particular person, particular role. Okay. Now, in the same way, for the plugin also, there is a designated task is assigned to them. So it will does that task. That's it. So you are not going to be referring to the classes and you are going to be use these features. That's not going to be happen. Okay. Now, we'll see one by one. Then you will be clearly understand about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we are talking about jar, right? We are talking about all the jars. So jar file is going to be created from the project where we are going to be using the dependencies and the plugins, right? Now,
Yes.
how does that jar will be created? That jar will be created with this plugin. So Maven jar plugin. With this jar plugin, I can able to create my project jar file. Means it will create it will wrap up everything into the one file that is called .jar file. Okay, all these folders, all these classes, everything it will wrap up and it will put it into the one file called jar file. This jar file will be uploaded into the Maven where other persons would be using that. That is what is going to be happen. Now we will see how this jar file will be generated. Okay, get it?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
when you want to run a plugin, okay, so this is one run a plugin means you are saying like run this one. Okay, so I want to create a jar means I want to tell to the project boss run the jar. So for that there is a syntax here, that is may run as Maven build. So this is called goal. Goal means like you can take as a task basically. Okay, jar. This is a plugin name. Jar is a plugin name. This is a proper syntax, guys. It is standard and we are gonna be use particularly this standard jar, and I want to create a jar file. The task is jar file. Okay. So before that, you forget about it. I will just So now you can see here, this is my Maven training. I have the SRC something I have. This is the structure of my folder. Okay. Now I'm trying to create a jar file. For that, we are gonna be say to this jar : jar. When we say that and run, there is a folder got created, target. So did you see this one?
Yes.
Yeah, it was not previously there.
Okay. Okay. We'll execute once again. I'm just cleaning this one. I'll come to the clean later point of time. So do you have any folder?
No.
No.
Did you see here?
Start.
Okay. Why, if it is refreshing, why it is coming?
Yes.
Okay, guys, see here it is there. Let me see. This is I'll let you know what is happening here. First of all, you can see here there is no folder of this target. Okay. Now I'm gonna be execute a goal. I mean, that's a plugin basically. That's a goal. So what is the plugin I'm executing? Jar. And what is the goal of that? Creating a jar file. Okay. Now if I say jar : jar, there is a target folder get created. Inside the target folder, you will get all these things. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a particular action, particular goal of a jar plugin. Now in the same way, we have another type of packaging. It means it is called a packaging. Means you are combining everything and put it into the one cover, and giving means that's a package, right? Basically.
Yes.
So this is one type of packaging. This is the jar packaging. Now we have in a Java, we have one other type of packaging called var. And WAR, var package. Okay. So for that also we have a plugin, Maven var plugin. If you see here, this is Maven jar plugin, and this is a Maven var plugin. Now, if you see into the folders of the plugin, Maven var plugin you have, and Maven jar plugin you have, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll see how it is gonna be executed. Go here, var. This is my plugin, and what is the goal I'm gonna be execute?
Var.
Okay. Let's see. The var is created. Okay, so this is the another way of creating the one more plugin. I mean, one more packaging. And there is, we used to see RAR, right? This is
Yes.
one of the packaging where you'll zip all the files and put it into the one folder called .rar file, right? Now we'll see that how it is gonna be created. What is the plugin? RAR. And what is the goal? RAR. You can see.
RAR.
So the RAR file, it's created. Now, like this, we have a plugins to perform the particular goal, means particular task. Goal means like that's a task you are going to be reached, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So in the same way, to perform a particular goal, we have a plugins. Okay? Get it?
Yes.
Okay. Now we will see little bit advanced plugins. Okay. Now I have this project, right? So there is a plugin called Maven site plugin. This Maven site plugin, what it does, right? It will give the whole project information. Okay. So how it is gonna give and what is the way we are gonna be represent, we'll see now. For example, if we go here, what is the plugin? Site. And what is the goal here? Site information. Okay. If
I have a doubt. Hello. What is the use of that RAR and WAR file? Actually, we already know jar file is the collection of all those project, whatever the information, we bundle that into jar file. The RAR and WAR.
What is the difference between the zip and RAR file? .zip, .rar. This is what we used to see while you are compressing the folders, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is the difference for that?
Yeah, zip file we are extracting.
What is that?
We are extract and then we got the information.
Means with the zip file also you can extract, right?
Yes.
Then come on, Lila Prasad. This is also one type of extension. This is also one type of extension. .rar, it is a one type of extension, and .zip is a one type of extension. Okay. Now, what is the difference? Do you think?
I'm not getting that.
You don't know?
No.
Anyone wants to try? Okay.
Yeah,
Please go ahead.
zip is lower than the RAR, I think. The zip compression type is lower, I think. The rate of compression is in zip is lower than that of the RAR.
Zip is lower than RAR. Okay, there is one difference. That's good. So like that, there are different things are there. Major difference is RAR files will able to do with only RAR software. You need to have a WinRAR software, then only you can able to do that, or else you could not do that, right? You cannot able to open the file also. If it is a .rar format, you cannot able to open that file too. Correct?
Yes.
If it is a jar, if it is a zip with the windows, directly you can say right click and you can say compressive zip format, it will zip it. Right? So this is one type of the mechanism where it will give some additional features, like it will do very fastly because of it has a dedicated software and it has something does some over there, so that it is does very fastly, and the compression rate will be compression time will be less. In the same way, jar files is the one which will be give you the reference of the classes. For example, all your packages, everything will be reference of the classes. Basically, the difference of the jar and war file is this war file, when we deploy this application, means like whatever the application you are seeing here, when you are installing into the website, I mean into the server, for all web applications will create a war file. For all service-based application will create a jar file. This is a little bit high level for you, but that is a major difference. I will not go detail into that, but just like a zip and RAR file, what would be the difference? There are some sort of a differences would be available. Okay.
Okay.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now we are talking about a site, right? Okay. I executed the site plugin. When I execute the site plugin, I got this folder, right? Previously, this was not there. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So when I execute this one, I got this one. Now, when I open this one, see, I can see all my project information. For example, whatever the dependencies I have JUnit dependency and TestNG dependency. I removed this Selenium. Okay. And what are the plugins I have? Okay. And if you see, so what is the artifact ID? What is the version? All this information it is providing by this site plugin. Okay. Get it?
Oh, yes.
So this is the way when we are when you want to see basically, you know, if you have a lot of plugins, lot of things, and you need to go through everything, which is very cumbersome in your pom.xml. For that, what you do, just create a one site plugin and execute it, and you will get it into the web browser and see, okay, what are the plugins are there? Okay, these are there. What are those versions? Okay. And what is that? What are the dependencies I have? I have these two dependencies. What is those versions? What are those types? And what is the license of that? Okay. All these things we can able to see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Get it? Clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So this is the task or this is the goals which are performing by the particular plugin. Okay. Now we have seen three things. One, what is the difference between this dependency and the plugin? Two, where this is storing and where this is storing. And three, what is the jobs it is performing by the each plugin. Correct?
Yes.
So any questions on these three things? Guys. Hello? Any
Yeah,
questions?
hello.
Do you have any questions or did you understand or not?
Can we use the dependency as a plugin?
Now, before asking the question, just understand, can I able to do that? Just think once. जो घोड़ा करेगा काम जो गधा करेगा, जो गधा करने का काम घोड़ा करेगा.
The first one is possible, but the second one is not.
Just think, is it possible?
So they stored in different ways. So I think
Different ways,
not.
that's fine, but the work which it does.
Yeah, it is also different.
Okay. Then.
Yeah. So I think no.
Then what is the purpose of giving the dependency and what is the purpose of giving a plugin? If you think like we can able to use the dependency in the plugin, then there is no need of giving this dependency as a plugin and plugins separately, right? To
Yeah. Okay.
correct?
Yeah.
So the purpose of this dependency is totally different. The purpose of a plugin is totally different. Okay, this is a ghoda and this is a gada, or this is a ghoda or this is a gada. Whatever you want, you can take. The work which this one does is totally different, and the work which is this one does is totally different. Get
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any other question?
have one question, sir.
Yes.
How we can add that plugins? I mean, how we can determine which plugin we need to add and which plugin not need to be added? How we can know that?
How to determine, how to find the which dependencies you want to add?
Yes.
I mean, is that question correct, Nageshwari?
Yes, sir.
So it depends on your requirement. For example, I want to use the JUnit, I will use the JUnit. I want to use the TestNG, I will use the TestNG. I want to use the Selenium, use the Selenium dependency. Okay.
I mean, I think.
For example, when you are preparing a biryani, whatever the things you needed, you will go and buy those things from the shop. So you will not get the things from the shop, like, while you're preparing the biryani, you will bring the sambar things, right? You will not, right? Whatever the things is needed for you, you will go and bring it from that. Correct?
Yes.
In the same way, depends on your requirement, depends on your project needs. So whatever the dependencies is needed for you, you can just add it here.
Okay. It also for plugins. It depends upon the project.
That's it. It's anything. It depends on your whatever the things you need. You can just add it and use it. So unnecessarily, why do you keep all these things? Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
For example, if you see in the Maven, there are hundreds of thousands of packages are available. Okay. So you are not going to be use everything here, right? Which is not at all uses for you. Correct?
First, we have to know which plugin do what, then we can add according to it.
No one will remember, Saurav. That is not going to be happen. So right? I want to use the Selenium means, okay, you will go to this here. Then you understand by this concept itself, you understand, okay, I want to use the Selenium. Okay, now Selenium I want to use means I need to download that plugin in the form.xml. Okay, Selenium Maven dependency. If you type, that's the first one. Go here, take the Selenium Java. In the Selenium also there are different things are there. Java, API, Chrome driver, server, all
It is
these.
dependency. My question was mostly about plugins, because in
That is also the
dependency,
same, right? For example, you want to know, okay, you want to generate the jar file. Okay.
Yeah.
So jar plugin. So take it, and you want to see the latest version, go and check in the Maven directly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Okay. So depends on your requirement totally. How do you want to do? You have to define everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you are clear with these dependencies and the plugins, then I will add it one more point here. Are you clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this always plugins will be available inside this build tag. Okay. Tomorrow we'll talk about this build. So it will come as the life cycles. So first, just understand, like, this comes in the build tag. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Like that, there are many things. For example, the Surefire plugin is there. Everything, it is available. You can just execute and you will get it. I'll show you on this one, Java doc. This is really interesting one. So this is the plugin name and this is the goal, correct?
Yes.
This is the plugin name and this is the goal. So when you say this one, okay, boss. Did you see this one? Previously, it was not there,
No,
right?
no, it was not.
Did you see? Now I have the first class and whatever the methods, everything is available. What is the
Constructor.
constructor, everything you can able to see for the particular class. I have only 2 classes. So those 2 classes only it is showing here. Okay. And whatever those methods is inside that class, everything it will be available in this Java docs. Okay.
Yeah.
So frames, no frames, all classes. Package. If you have a very big project, then you will able to see the complete information of this Java docs.
Basically, it is to summarize all the things I have done within one place.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Complete information. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. If you have any other questions with respect to the plugins and dependencies, guys, I'm pretty much sure 95% of real-time people also doesn't know about the difference between the plugin and dependency. Do you know?
So how do they work then?
It's totally, you know, it will happen. If you ask the people exactly what is the difference between the plugin and you can just check with them where this plugin will store. That's it. That is fair enough. Okay.
Yes.
So you are getting very good knowledge. Utilize it, understand well, ask questions, prepare the notes, whatever you want. Make use of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. If you don't have any questions, signing off for today. We'll meet you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.